Hey, what's going on, guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a great day today. So, man, it has been getting spicier and spicier when it comes to Modern Warfare and the Twitter battles and the Reddit. My God, it is funny to know that skill-based matchmaking has just been such a bone in the side of the community that you don't really see too often. Back a couple of years ago, you really did not see a lot of people being griping, complaining about matchmaking in a Call of Duty game. And I'm thinking kind of way back. I'm thinking back Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, stuff like that. So thinking back then, I don't really see too many people like talking about matchmaking being horrible back then, because it really wasn't skill-based matchmaking. At least I don't remember too much of skill-based matchmaking back then. So a lot of people have been talking about skill-based matchmaking with Modern Warfare. Hell, even I have been making videos about skill-based matchmaking. But the one topic that's actually come up recently that I actually think it's extremely funny is reverse boosting. Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you guys have not caught Drifter or Exclusive Ace's video, they do a pretty damn good breakdown of the way that skill-based matchmaking works in Modern Warfare. It doesn't really go too much off of KD or anything. It goes actually off of your last 5 games, or that's kind of the similar route that it kind of follows. Your last 5 games kind of determines your next game. Are you going to be kind of fighting easier opponents? Are you going to be fighting, the same ranked opponents when you get into your next match? So based off those 5 matches, that's what the type of opponent, that's the type of team that you're going to be getting, kind of. Now, the funny thing is that people have been asking Infinity Ward, hey, we would love for you to address skill-based matchmaking. Just give us, some type of word. And I'll say this, too. As somebody that has talked about skill-based matchmaking in the past and made videos about it, look, all I want is just, hey, acknowledgement. Honestly, just Infinity Ward, if they came out and said, hey, you know what, we got skill-based matchmaking, this is kind of how it works and whatnot, and just acknowledge that, hey, a lot of people have been asking for it. A lot of people have been saying, hey, with every single update that really doesn't change too much of the game, can you at least address this? And it never has been addressed. So one way that people are actually trying to exploit the skill-based matchmaking that this game has, and it's kind of, you know what, at this point, since we really have not gotten too much feedback from Infinity Ward about skill-based matchmaking, look, if you're doing reverse boosting, I don't have an issue with it whatsoever. If you're finding some way to have fun with this game, by all means do it. I'm not doing it. I'm actually a little too lazy to do it. I just want to get into a game and have fun. If I start doing poorly, usually I'm just like, I'm out of it, I'm bouncing, or if I get frustrated, I'm out and bouncing from the game. But the way that reverse boosting actually works in this game is the way you just get into a game and you just do poorly. You kill yourself, suicide, do explosions, stuff like that, just anything to where you're actually dropping your KD during the match. And honestly, I think it's funny that I think some people have actually doing some research of like, okay, what are people's KD? What's happening? And I think there's like a Call of Duty tracker where people have been actually tracking, like, somebody has like 20,000 suicides in Modern Warfare. So you can imagine that guy is getting into a lot of lower ranked matches, because that's how it works. The lower your KD is in the game, or the past 5 matches you've had, the lower your KD is, the better opportunity, the better chance you're going to have against fighting lower KD, lower skilled players. That's kind of how reverse boosting works. Now, is it fair? Is it unfair? Honestly, to me, I'm a huge proponent for public matches. I think just matching up with people individually, just matching up with people, for whoever's queuing for an event, no matter what your skill base is, I think that's honestly how it should go. It should be a casual thing. Modern Warfare for the longest time has been a casual game where you can come home from work, come home from school, sit down in front of your TV, get a controller out, play it, and have a fun military-style shooter game, and where you can just have a good time with your friends. No longer is that it. At least in my opinion, no longer is Modern Warfare that type of game to where you can kind of just chill out. It is a sweat fest pretty much every single time. And again, don't get me wrong. And Saber, I know you're going to say something. I know you're going to say something. There's nothing against you, brother. If you're having fun in this game, by all means, have fun in the game. I know, though, there's a lot of people that are not having a lot of fun in this game, and I really do think that something needs to be addressed in this game. I really do. I really do think that something needs to be addressed in this game to where, look, if some people are not having fun, we need to talk about that. We need to talk about what is going on in this game. And the funny thing is, just recently today, a Respawn developer, people that made Apex Legends, Titanfall 2, has actually stated that skill-based matchmaking actually helps with getting more players in it. It's actually helping more players out than is actually hurting. Now, I will say this, from this tweet from Charlie Intel showing this tweet of saying that skill-based matchmaking actually helps 90% of the community, then and the other 10% of the people that don't care about it. I would love to see that stat, I really do. Now, this is only for Apex Legends. This developer at Respawn is saying skill-based matchmaking in Apex Legends actually helped 90% of the player base in that game have a lot more fun. I will say this, though. Apex Legends has public matches and they have ranked matches. Skill-based matchmaking, if you want it in a game, I have absolutely no problem whatsoever in actually going into a ranked playlist. And I think that's the way it should be. Look, if you want to actually match up and progress through a game and fighting people that are just as tough as you, just as badass as you, just as skilled as you in a game, by all means, go into a ranked game, fight those people. Rank up, get the ranks that you want. You know, in Apex Legends, there's bronze, silver, gold, platinum, you know, whatever, Apex Legends, that type of thing. There's a lot of different things, different rankings in the ranked mode where you can see yourself progress. You can see yourself getting better as you're fighting people that are just the same level that you are. In public matches, I don't think it should be that. I do not think that public matches should have skill-based matchmaking whatsoever because it needs to be a casual thing. Now, this is the funny thing, and I know what some people are going to be saying is like, look, you just want to be, you know, smashing the noobs, smashing the, you know, the newcomers coming into the game. That is not my intent whatsoever. It's not my intent. However, having new players in this game does make it feel more casual. It makes it feel less sweaty. But also, too, it gives people a chance to learn and adapt to, and that's the funny thing. I say adapt because that's the whole thing with Modern Warfare. People say adapt to the game. But honestly, it gives people a chance to learn, a chance to adapt to, you know, different playstyles, get to see what the higher ranking people are using. In Modern Warfare, man, a lot of people are just using the exact same thing. A lot of people are using the exact same weapons, and there's really no chance to grow. If a lot of people are using the exact same tactic, everyone's using the exact same weapon, and you're getting match-made people that are exact same skill base as you, skill level, you're not going to progress. You're not going to progress. And I'll say this. I'll say this too. I'll try to give a good analogy of kind of where I see, you know, skill-based matchmaking with Modern Warfare with kind of making a you know, in real life. What would, you know, what is the comparison of skill-based matchmaking in a game to, you know, real life? So the analogy I will use, it works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, but hopefully it does, is the gym. I go to the gym damn near every single day. I've been going to the gym for the past 10 years. I would say over 10 years since I was in the Army, but over 10 years. So I've been going in. I started, you know, 10 years ago, whatever, long ago, as a newcomer, a noob. Went in the gym, not knowing what the hell I was doing, what the hell was going on, how many weights, what do I need to stretch, do I need to warm up, this, that. I had not a clue. But that's the beginning of the story. That's the beginning of the evolution that you're going to be doing in the gym, working out, progressing, making your progressions through of, you know, of lifting more heavy weights, being able to run a lot faster, and seeing the progression on your body to where you're getting your physique the exact place that you want it. And also, too, as you're working out in the gym, you can see other people around saying, you know what, I actually want to push towards that. That guy is the top dog in the gym. I want to have a physique just like that. Now, the aspect of it where someone is saying, you know what, you just don't want, you want skill-based matchmaking removed because you want to stomp on the noobs. Now, I will say this, as somebody that's going into the gym for the past 10, 12 years, I have never gone in there as an experienced lifter going, that noob right there, that weak link, I'm going to go challenge him, I'm going to beat his ass down. No. Now I'll say this. There are people out there that, you know, there is competition. You kind of see it in the gym where, you know, people are trying to outlift each other and stuff like that. And I understand that kind of goes on. But I see the gym more as a thing of progression. You're wanting to see improvement. You're wanting to see yourself get stronger, get faster and whatnot. And I definitely see the gym as like a public match compared to Modern Warfare. Now, if Modern Warfare had ranked, if Modern Warfare had skill-based matchmaking in a ranked mode, I would compare that to a competition like Mr. Olympia. You know, you're making your way through different tiers, different progressions to make yourself up to the highlight stage of Mr. Olympia to be able to compete with the top dogs of everything. And honestly, that's how it should be. That's honestly how it should. If you're going into a public match of the gym, you know, making your training, you're working out, you're putting a lot of effort into the gym to get your physique exactly where you want to, and you want to go into a ranked match, which is competitive mode, and you can compete with the top dogs that have been doing the exact same thing as you. They've been putting in the hard work, they've been putting in the time, they've been doing everything they could to make sure that they are the top dog. I think competition could work like that. I really do. I think skill-based matchmaking in that term, when it comes to Mr. Olympia and other weightlifting and other physique type of categories of competitions, I think that could work. Modern Warfare, it could work the exact same way. It really could. But in Modern Warfare right now, we don't have a ranked system. And right now, the skill-based matchmaking that's currently in the game right now, because nothing is being addressed whatsoever, people are taking it in their own hands going, you know what? I'm having a really crappy time. I'm not having fun in this game. I am going to go ahead and nuke my KD so I can get into an easier lobby. Now, is that wrong? In some ways, yes. Some ways, no. I mean, I guess if you're having fun, I mean, go ahead and have fun, man. But also, too, you're doing that as well for players that are having a little bit of a challenge. I'll admit that they're having a little bit of a challenge. But right now, the way that this game is, it's not happening. It's not happening. And the funny thing is, before too long, with how many people actually find out about this reverse boosting method, is that you're going to see a lot more powerful players, a lot more, conditioned players in the noob lobbies, to where, hell, even, reverse boosters might be fighting against themselves among all the noobs in that game mode. But again, I think it should be addressed. Again, with all the amount of updates that come out from Infinity Ward and all the different developers that, post things on Twitter, it is funny to know that nothing has been addressed. And it's still a hot topic. I mean, people will not drop it. People will not, hell, I'm not dropping it. Hell, I'm talking about it. But that's more or less just for the reverse boosting and kind of letting you guys know that, this is a thing right now. And I really do think that Infinity Ward needs to at least address it, or just remove it completely. I really do. Just completely get rid of the skill-based matchmaking. Allow public matches just to be public. No matter what your skill level, no matter what it is, you're going into public matches, and that is where you're going to go. And then create a ranked playlist where people can actually go into ranked and play against people of equal skill, and they can make their progression, and they can see the progression of what's going on. How are they developing? What is their ranked? Where they can actually see that they're getting better. And also, too, ranked playlists is a great way where if, people that are noobs, that are lower, skilled, they can get into those matches to where they can fight other lower skilled players in a ranked playlist. In public matches, I truly believe that it should be just public. Anybody can get in there, no matter what skill level, and you should not be matched up against people of equal skill, and that's how the public matches work right now. To me, it just does not make sense. Honestly, I get into a public match and know that skill-based matchmaking is working against me, and knowing that I can't really improve at that point. Knowing that, no matter what I do, everyone's going to be around the same KD. I will say this, it's very rare, at least for right now, the past couple of days have been very rare to where I have a really great game to where my KD is just astronomically high, and then my deaths are really low. It takes me about maybe a full day to get some type of video like this to you guys. And also, too, it kind of works off of what weapons I'm using, because I'm using the M4, was using other guns prior to this, but I had to switch over to the M4 because I know it's reliable. It also goes kind of off of the kill chain as well as the kill streaks that I'm using. I'm using the Predator missile, the light infantry tank, which I will, oh my god. That will have to be a whole nother story. I hate the light infantry tanks so much. The tanks that are in ground war right now are completely bogus. But the freaking light infantry tank that's a kill streak, dude, that thing is a mess. It is so dumb. But it's just, I don't know, man. That's my point of view. I just kind of wanted to give you guys my opinion again about it. Give you guys another, kind of comparison of where I see skill-based matchmaking when it comes to not only the video game, but also in real life. And then also, today, just kind of talk about reverse boosting, kind of see where I'm at right now. Honestly, I don't care. I mean, if people are trying to have fun in this game, again, like I said, there's a lot of times in this game I am currently not having fun. I'm too lazy to freaking boost. Probably should. But I guess if I camp like this, maybe maybe I'll just do great. And I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know. It is definitely in a weird spot. I don't think I've ever felt this way about a Call of Duty game. I think Black Ops 4 screwed players over in a way of microtransaction. The gameplay was decent, but the microtransaction screwed a lot of people. World War II had really crappy gameplay. But later on, a couple months later, they were able to improve the gameplay as well as improve the microtransaction cosmetic system. And we just keep going back and back and back to other Call of Duty games. I mean, I'm assuming Black Ops 2 was the only game that really, as soon as the game launched, there wasn't too many issues. And it seems like every single Call of Duty game we run into, it's something with the gameplay, it's something with microtransactions. And the funny thing is that for the amount of people that are still talking about skill-based matchmaking, that are talking about different weapons and talking about perks and talking about stuff like that they want to see change to the game, we haven't even gotten to the point where cosmetic items or microtransactions have been brought into this game. Will Modern Warfare suffer even more heat than it already has right now? I don't know. I think it's extremely funny that Infinity Ward is still radio silent. They'll post stuff about the 2v2 tournament and all this other stuff, but when it comes to actually addressing the concerns of the community, it is literally falling on deaf ears. So, I don't know, guys. Guys, I would love to know from you. What do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about reverse boosting? How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments below. And then also, too, what do you guys think about my analogy comparing Modern Warfare in the skill-based matchmaking, public matches, ranked, and stuff like that, to, like, the gym and in competitiveness when it comes to, like, Mr. Olympia and competitiveness, weightlifting, and stuff like that? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know how you feel. So, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys all next time.